What's going on, everybody? It's my Paul Bear. Thank you all so much for checking out another video. And what I got for you today are my first impressions of XDefiant, and to test the water, see if there's any real interest there in doing more videos on this. So, the gameplay you're watching in the background is Domination, and this has what you can expect from XDefiant in it. That's why I'm going to let this whole thing play out. There are times where I do well, times where I do poorly, times where it can be quite frustrating. And if you are going into XDefiant thinking, is the CoD Killer? That's the big thing at the minute. XDefiant, the CoD Killer. Is XDefiant a Call of Duty killer? No. Is XDefiant a Call of Duty competitor that's going to make Activision stand up and take notice? No. So what is it going to do? Well, thing is, if you go into this thinking it's going to be like Call of Duty or Ubisoft's version of Call of Duty, then you're not going to like it. It's nothing like Call of Duty. There is no team deathmatch, there's no kill streaks, the time to death is a bit all over the place at the minute, and the gunplay is nowhere near on the level of what Call of Duty is. But at its core, it is a good foundation for something that may be better in the future. Yeah, I know, it doesn't sound great, does it? Look, if I'd have done the video on Wednesday night when I first started playing this, when I first jumped on and had it, because Tuesday it was knackered, dude. Ubisoft games always come out broken anyway, and the servers never work, so there's no point being excited to play this on launch day, right? It just wasn't going to happen. And so when I played on Wednesday night, there was really bad connection issues, bullets coming out the back of people's heads, and just things were just completely amiss, and you thought, you know what, I wasn't that bothered by the beta. I'm not going to bother now, like I'm just not interested. And then I jumped back on over the weekend, and yeah, it was a lot better time. It was a lot better time. Like, if you think you're just going to go in like crazy long kill streaks and stuff like that, then nah, dude, you ain't going to do that. This game's got too many random elements into it. I don't know what XDefiant's secret sauce is yet, because the only thing the propaganda, I mean marketing, was on about no skill-based matchmaking, no skill-based matchmaking, no skill-based matchmaking. Alright, cool, you spend a lot of time telling us about what's not going to be in the game. Why don't you tell us about things that are going to be in the game? Not much, as it turns out, not much at all. This is pretty bare bones as it stands. You just got a general array of assault rifles, SMGs, a couple of LMGs, snipers are fucking snipers, and some shotguns that just shoot peas at people. And it's the shooting which I think is going to drive people away from this game. It's very it's the best way I can describe it. It's very It doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't feel chunky, it doesn't feel like you're shooting weapons, you know. It kind of feels like you're just shooting marshmallows and crayons at people. You know, that's just why it's very light. It's very light, it's very you know, that's the best way I can describe it. It's all fart no shit at the minute, and that's kind of where it's at. So you're not going to get satisfying gunplay out of this, and it's also going to take some time to learn as well. You're not just going to go into this and think, I played Call of Duty, get me XXYY bro, I'm going to slap the shit out of people because I was born better. You're just not. And just because it's got no skill-based matchmaking in, so it says, just because it hasn't got that in, it doesn't mean that you're going to go in there and dominate a lobby. Nay, nay. Nay, nay, whatsoever. Alright, this is the sweatiest game you are going to play, sunshine. It just means you're going to get more variety, and it just kind of means that you are going to have a more natural experience. Because in Call of Duty, it can feel like a experience that's just been rigged to just piss you off, quite frankly. And XDefiant doesn't seem to be that. You know, you get into games very, very quickly, and then you just kind of like, boom, create a match, boom, we're in it. You know, you've got payload, you have got hotshot, you've got domination, you've got control point ones. So let's talk about the game modes, because you haven't got a TDM. Closest thing you got to TDM is one called hotshot, and it's a mix of that power-up game from Call of Duty where they have the boys and stuff like that, and you get souped. It's like a version of that crossed with kill confirmed. You shoot somebody, they drop tags, you pick at them up, and therefore it's going to give you in-game bonuses like extra speed and stuff like that. And then when you become the hot shot, it's kind of like you got specialist bonus, but you die in a really, really quick manner, and the time to kill's all over the place, so don't get too excited about getting that. Domination is as you'd expect. The control points, again, as you'd expect. And payload is a broken mode at the minute. Alright, just, it's far too, like, people who play payload a lot, they know exactly what's going to happen, and you are just not going to be in for a good time. So you've either got to learn it and learn it quickly, or just give it a wide berth. I've opted to give it a wide berth, I'm not going to lie. It's like, yeah, that one's not for me. And if you like, oh, I tell you what though, if you did like Black Ops 2, if you like Black Ops 2, you're gonna fucking love this, because sniper, get down! Oh my god, post-traumatic sniper disorder, it's all, oh god, no, I hate the snipers in this game. That's what's gonna kill it for me. That's what's gonna kill it very, very quickly. And the shotguns are ass. They are, we'll see how this does, but if you want a video on about the shotguns, oh my god, the shotguns are shit. It's just a rage maker. It's just unbearably bad. And yeah, like I said, the game is, it's fine. That's the best way I can describe it at the minute. It's fine. It's not blowing me away. It's not, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. It's just fine. It's just kind of what I was expecting going in to a pre-season of a Ubisoft game. Because the thing is, they're in this for the long haul. This is built on a solid foundation. This isn't going to make anybody take notice yet, but in a year from now, 2 years from now, where this game has found where it wants to be, and it's absolutely popping, then it will make games stand up and take notice. But for now, it's just little XDefiant, it's just a little free-to-play shooter, and that's all it is. That's the best way I can describe it at the minute. You know, it's got some good challenges in, you've got some decent unlocks in there. The grind's never ending. The grind's ridiculous. Even with double weapon XP on, it's just like grind. Oh my god, it's just monotonous at this point. You know, it's like monotonous, tedious, egregious, all the is words that kind of make me think, fucking hell, you're making me work at this, aren't you? And I mean, yeah, you know, it's a free-to-play game, so what can you expect? And yes, I agree, but there are battle passes in it, there are Founders Editions and stuff that you can buy, and all of that good stuff is in there. And I'm on the fence where I'm going to buy the Founders or not, because I kind of feel like this is a game worth supporting, but it's not at that level yet. And I'm kind of thinking, if Ubisoft do pull the plug on this, and I'm about to drop 60 bones on it, then I am going to be very, very disappointed if that does happen. I'm going to have a check over the skill-based matchmaking, whether it's a thing or not, but again, there's no smoke without fire. If they say he's not in there, I'm going to take their word for it at the minute, but we'll have to something we'll have to look at later on down the line. So, XDefiant is a resounding meh. And I've seen games start in worse states.